Aniya's sister speaks out again after a fan goes to her page and is making allegations that CARNIYA is fake, you guys. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Love Island USA Season 8 postseason, the gift that keeps on giving, because we have another PR allegations video that we've got to get into that, once again, y'all are involving yourselves with these Islanders families. Y'all are getting way too parasocial with these Islanders, right? And unfortunately, Peacock, you guys dropped the ball by blocking the Core 4 with all of this media. You know what I'm saying? Just not allowing them to do the required interview circuit that all of the other dumped Islanders had an opportunity to do, and all of the things. You know what I'm saying? You just held everybody back. Held everybody hostage. I don't know how many more times I gotta see these Islanders go to the wig shop. You know what I'm saying? Because that is how much you are blocking their opportunity to explain themselves as far as what did and didn't happen at the villa. You're trying to keep everything all cooped up for the reunion, but guess what? The reunion's going to be a nothing burger. The reunion is going to be all about Soul at this rate. It's going to be all about Soul and all about Kenzie at this rate. So now what y'all are doing is y'all are dissecting certain couples, but certain couples y'all leaving alone, like Kenzie and Dylan. Like allegedly Jen and Caleb. Y'all ain't got no smoke for them. Y'all ain't got no PR allegations on them. You know what I'm saying? None of y'all are questioning anything for them. But y'all stay questioning Brennity, accusing them of copying Nicolandria, accusing them of being PR. And y'all are doing the same with CARNIYA, who I cannot stress enough is in a long distance relationship. And I told y'all in a video the other day that they were spotted multiple times during their time in New York. They had a double date with Brennity that ANIYA had showed us that CARNIYA and Brennity got together for something. We don't know for what, but they did get together for something. Also, there was an eyewitness that saw ANIYA, Carl, and Serena at a restaurant/hookah lounge. Also, another eyewitness saw ANIYA, Carl, Carl's mom, and Carl's friend at a rooftop dinner and drink spot in New York. That is at least three locations that ANIYA and Carl have been spotted, and y'all had no clue. Y'all had no clue. And if it is a PR couple, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that indicate that they only saw each other for work obligations, that they didn't see each other outside of that? But because ANIYA and Carl are not posting 24/7 about their developing relationship, you do not want to believe it. Y'all are acting like y'all never been in anything long distance before. And then you're also calling Brennity PR, who is sharing information with y'all, sharing content with y'all every day. And y'all still got a problem. Y'all still got a problem. And I really despise the fact that you guys do not have the discernment to see what the difference is between a PR couple and a not, right? I told y'all need to stop comparing these couples. Everybody is in different stages of their relationships. But out of everybody from season 8, ANIYA and Carl have had the least amount of time together. So why are you putting them on all of this, oh, they should be boyfriend and girlfriend by now, they should be exclusive by now? Let me rewind y'all back to season 6, where Serena and Cordell decided to make it exclusive on their own time, decided to make it boyfriend and girlfriend on their own time. Leah and Miguel decided to make it exclusive on their own time, decided to become boyfriend and girlfriend on their own time. Not y'all trying to treat these islanders like Sims characters. And then you guys are so bored that you guys are going to these Islanders families pages. And you already did this after Watch What Happens Live. You went to Carl's mom's page. You went to Carl's friend's page. You went to Carl's sister's page, talking nonsense in the comments. Carl had to limit his Instagram-y stories because y'all were talking crazy there. And now you're after one of ANIYA's sisters. Like, it's disgusting. Like, you are going out of your way to attack these people's families. And it's disgusting. ANIYA's sister already told y'all before that when Carl and ANIYA are not together, if they have not met up, that they are talking all the time. They talk all day, every day. And wouldn't she know that's her sister? Y'all are after an 18-year-old, and you are putting standards on a 22 and a 23-year-old in Trinity and ANIYA on what you expect them to do. No. So we got to get into what happened on ANIYA's sister's Tickety Talk. I think this has since been deleted because it was really the audacity. But let's get into what was said. ANIYA and Carl are already getting PR/fake allegations all over Twitter, and once those stick, they're hard to get off. It's odd that he never went to see her for 2 weeks, and the only time he's seen her was for Watch What Happens Live, and now they're separated again on a new connection. It's never going to work or develop into boyfriend or girlfriend. This is ridiculous. No one understands this. And this, I want to remind you, is on ANIYA's sister's Tickety Talk. That they are going to ANIYA's sister's Tickety Talk. Mind you, ANIYA's sister was not on the show, had nothing to do with the show, you know what I'm saying? Except for with the exception of Family Day. But is not a part of the Love Island show. And you are going and leaving comments like this on ANIYA's sister's page. So ANIYA's sister responds and says, because it says right there, and this is how you know it's her page, it says creator. Creator, meaning on the Tickety Talk, that is your page, meaning you created the post or the video or the content, and there are people that are flooding your comments about your sister's relationship. Make it make sense. So Angel says, first of all, their relationship is nobody's concern. Thank you. For 2, you don't know when they have seen each other. They don't have to record every time they see each other. They have a life too. Third of all, if you really think they and we care about y'all saying it's a fake relationship, you have a lot of growing up to do, because trust, we don't care enough to entertain y'all. And for 4th and lastly, why do you think we care what you think? Like what? 3 laughing emojis. I'm just trying to figure out, who do you think you are to feel that valid enough to comment something like this? Like, girl, we don't care what you think. Laughing emojis. Here's the thing. Originally, when Carl met fans in Denver and they were asking him about him and ANIYA, he said that they are keeping their relationship low-key. If all of this time ANIYA can't even be spotted at the airport, y'all can't spot her at the Atlanta airport, y'all can't spot her at JFK, y'all can't spot her at LAX, how do you know for a fact that her and Carl have not seen each other this entire time? How do you know they haven't sneaked and visited each other this entire time and y'all had no clue about it? That ANIYA may have went off to Denver for a visit, that Carl may have went off to Atlanta for a visit, and y'all had no clue. And even let's say they didn't, what business is it of yours? The Watch What Happens Live appearance of Carl and ANIYA to me was not as awkward as people are trying to make it seem, because the people that are pushing that narrative, it's because they are a fan of another couple and they are trying to utilize this as shade because they want to justify and believe that ANIYA is not desired, that ANIYA is not wanted, and make false allegations that Carl is using ANIYA for fame, for opportunities or whatever, and that they're going to break up by the reunion or shortly after, because y'all don't want them to succeed. But you know nothing about their relationship. Their appearance to me on Watch What Happens Live are of two people. This is their first time in front of a live studio audience as their first interview as a couple. They were literally thrown into the fire. They were literally thrown into the gauntlet. They were literally thrown to the wolves. They didn't have an opportunity to do any other media interviews that the other Dumped Islanders got to do with Entertainment Tonight, with Access Hollywood, with all these other podcasts that the other Dumped Islanders could do. They've got the Final Four, the finalists, on a chokehold. They got them on a media ban, except for the winners. The winners were able to do the Today Show and People Magazine and a photo shoot. But ANIYA and Carl and the rest of the finalists have all been held hostage. Y'all are so scared of an Ace interview. Y'all are so scared of a Huda interview. And considering the circumstances, I still felt that ANIYA, had some PR training and everything else, as well as Brinity did. But you can tell that they were nervous. You could tell they were very much nervous in front of these cameras and being in front of all these people like this. At least in a podcast, at least in an Entertainment Tonight or an Access Hollywood interview, it's going to be one-on-one. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying, maybe one, maybe two people asking you questions. But to have your first interview on a cable network that is broadcasted out to millions and is going to be immediately uploaded on the YouTube and everything else, all the clips, all the segments, all the things of a half-hour live studio audience show in front of a live studio audience of people who are either going to be cheering for you or booing for you, that are all going to be staring at you. All eyes are on you for that 30-minute show. And then the 15-minute after show afterwards, it's a lot. And y'all are not taking that into consideration. All y'all want to do is compare. Oh, they're not doing this enough. They're not doing that enough. So they must be PR. Please tell me, what PR has ANIYA and Carl done since the show has ended? Liking comments, reposting Tickety Talk edits, thanking fans and supporters, which all these Islanders have done. You know what I'm saying? Like what PR are they doing that you guys have come to this conclusion? Because PR to me would mean that I'm only going to see ANIYA and Carl together is if there's an interview, is if there's a TV show, is if there's a brand deal, is if, you know what I'm saying? I'm only going to see them when it's lights, camera, action. But they've intentionally decided to keep their relationship private. And the agent that ANIYA has at Gersh used to be Alandria's manager. And what did Alandria's manager Amanda do last year? She made it a point to make sure that it was all about Alandria. That you were not just going to talk about Alandria because of Nico Alandria. And remember what happened. It was supposed to be the red carpet debut of Nico Alandria at the VMAs. And remember, Nicolas, it posted, listen, look at here. I just found out that we're not going to be walking the red carpet together, that it's going to be separate. And notice in the Watch What Happens Live appearance, you see Trinity arrive together and leave together. You see ANIYA arrive with Carl's mom and Carl's friend. And Carl arrive at, you know what I'm saying, either right before or right after, because I don't know the timing. And we still have not seen any pics of ANIYA and Carl and the paparazzi after of them leaving Watch What Happens Live. But in this thumbnail, what you can see is a picture that was taken of them after the appearance by a New York photographer. But my point of it all is, ANIYA is the one that is signed to the talent agency. ANIYA is the one has been pushing, her and her team has been curating her brand as a solo brand, is not to be defined by her relationship. And what have I learned about Virgos on Love Island USA? Is that they are super duper private, like Serena, like Shelly, and now like ANIYA. That they're not going to give you everything. They're going to give you stuff here and there, but things that they actually want to protect and actually want to value, they're going to keep, you know what I'm saying, to themselves. Look at Beyonce, also a Virgo. She only tells you what she feels you need to know about her relationship, about her marriage, about her family. And that is why you see her barely do interviews, barely talk to the people. But if you go see her on tour, that is when she'll incorporate some home videos, some never before seen footage of her and Jay-Z and her and the kiddos. But you're not going to get that on a day-to-day basis out of no Beyonce. So if you're not going to get that out of Beyonce, why are you expecting it from ANIYA? Oh, because she was on a dating show? That you feel entitled that all day, every day, she needs to just be feeding you content, showing you Carl 24/7, even if it's a screenshot of them on FaceTime, if they're not in the same place, so that can what? Prove to you that they're together, that they're legit, that they're real? That is not how ANIYA or Carl is going to move, you guys. There are some couples, and you know in real life, whether they're in a relationship or married, that do not do all this social media stuff, are not on social media to promote their relationship, to promote their marriage. They're on social media either to interact with their friends or interact with whatever their interests are. But it is not a platform for you to have a day-to-day look into their personal lives. That's not what it's about for some people. Now, there are some people who want that to be their focus, of doing daily content, of couples content, and everything that they're doing all day, every day, and how they haven't left each other's side. But y'all got expectations that are unrealistic, and unrealistic pressure that you are putting on a couple that didn't even win the show. ANIYA and Carl didn't even win the show. And y'all are doing the most. Y'all doing the most. I expect Trinity and Bryce to be together. They've been together since day one. I expect them to always be seen to each other, that they haven't left each other's side with the exception of Casa Amor. Trinity immediately, once they flew back from Fiji to Los Angeles, went to Bryce's place, or whatever the case may be. And then after a while, she went home to Virginia, and Bryce got to meet her family and all the things, and they have been together ever since. You can't compare that to any of these other couples. The only other couple that has spent even as close amount of time inside the villa is Zack Attack and Kata. But even with them, I think for at least the last week or so, Zack Attack has been overseas. He's back home. And y'all are not questioning Zack Attack or Kata because, you know, as long as they post a daily screenshot of their FaceTime, you know, it's okay. But they were only together, what, a couple of days less in the villa compared to Trinity and Bryce, and still didn't say I love you, still didn't say, boyfriend and girlfriend or any of the things they probably will at the reunion. But y'all not putting pressure on them. Melanie and Sincere, they also, for almost a couple of weeks, didn't see each other once the show ended. And Melanie and Sincere have been together way longer than ANIYA and Carl. And it looks like Sincere spent about a week or so in Los Angeles, and y'all spotted him and Melanie out on numerous dates. And since, Sincere has flew back home. And y'all are not questioning Melanie and Sincere. But these are 3 other couples that have been together for a longer period of time. And 2 out of those 3 couples haven't seen each other as much outside of the villa compared to Brennity. And y'all don't got no smoke for them. Y'all don't got no questions for them. But y'all have all these questions about a couple who was only together for the last couple of weeks of the show and are navigating their lives in the public world a couple of weeks in. And they have the family support of Carl's family and ANIYA's family. The sisters love each other. The moms talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? That there were these beautiful, gorgeous photos of ANIYA and Carl's mom together. And like I said, they were spotted multiple times. Nobody took pictures. Spotted Carl and ANIYA and Serena at a restaurant, Hookah Lounge. Another eyewitness spotted ANIYA, Carl's mom, and Carl's friend at a rooftop dinner and drink spot. A Brennity and CARNIYA get together that had nothing to do with Watch What Happens Live. And in between that, ANIYA still had a photo shoot for Ebony magazine. And also the Watch What Happens Live appearance and whatever else ANIYA's got down the pike. But that's not enough for you. That is not good enough for you. And even ANIYA is trying to give y'all content of some type of daily vlog of some stuff she's got going on. That she's trying to incorporate some behind the scenes stuff to feed y'all, and it's still not enough for y'all. Y'all gotta chill, and y'all gotta leave these families alone. And y'all gotta stop comparing these couples. And I peep, y'all don't got no questions for any of the dump couples on how long any of these dump couples are gonna last, because I guess as long as they post content, it's okay. But then y'all are hypocrites because Brennity posts content and y'all still don't believe it. And even Trinity had to respond and said, listen, look at here, haters. I'm not here to please you or convince you that me and Bryce are the real deal Holyfield. But y'all gotta stop. It's getting to a point. Either these couples will work out or they will not. But y'all rules and regulations of what looks like a real or a fake couple to you is making 0 sense and 0 logic, because you guys have shown in the past, on past seasons of this show, that y'all will push certain couples, whether they are real or fake, if you like the couple. Let me say that again. In past seasons, over 8 seasons of this show, you guys have displayed you will push your favorite couples no matter what, whether they are real or fake. And y'all will play along for the whole time and pretend that a fake couple is legit. And then do smear campaigns against the legitimate couples to prop up your faves. And you have taken on that same toxic energy and that same toxic mentality, and you were trying to apply it to Trinity and Bryce and Carl and ANIYA, and it is disgusting. Y'all need to leave these islanders alone and let them figure out their relationships the way they see fit. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, great as well. These are 22 and 23-year-old black women that y'all are hounding down and stalking every single aspect of their lives, and y'all are not giving the same energy to the Jens of the world, to the Calebs of the world, to the Kenzies of the world, to the Dylans of the world. And I wonder why that is. Make it make sense. So that is it for this video. I need y'all to do y'all biggest one, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. There is that. That is it. That is all. Es todos, es final. Es finito. Es the end of the road. Es the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.